What's going on, guys? Derek here. I am having my protein shake. Cane's is a local, I'm sure some of y'all have it, other parts of the U.S. Cane's chicken. Really good, kids cup, and I'm having a protein shake. So you find a clean cup and you use it. But wanted to talk to you today. I did a recent short just this afternoon. Got done with the run, feeling good. And I was talking about my YouTube picture, my image, and it's of me running a race. A little more story on that. I did a run when I was 23, and it was a 50 miler, and it felt really good. I've been training, doing marathons and whatnot for a couple years. Growing up, I really didn't do any running. The only running I did was in the backyard, and that was maybe 10, 15 feet, just playing football and stuff like that in the yard. And never ran track or cross country or anything like that. And grew up also with asthma and just not being able to run for any long periods of time, with constantly needing a inhaler and my kids are right here trying to make me laugh, but it's not working. But anyway, just always constantly trying to play with other kids in the neighborhood and needing to stop constantly and grab my inhaler, go back to the house, grab my inhaler, and then come back out and have that happen 15 minutes later, 20 minutes later, having to come back inside and do the same thing again. And that lasted till I was 13 years old, and finally grew out of it and started running in college with a good buddy of mine and a mentor of mine from church. And he kind of poured into me, and part of that pouring was starting to run. And we started training for a marathon. I didn't even know what a marathon distance was, which is 26.2 miles, which I thought was absolutely crazy. Who would run for 26 miles, and much less 1 mile? I thought that was crazy enough. Why would you run that far? But through training with him and him pouring into me and giving me advice and showing me that I can do something that I thought was impossible, and that why would I need to do it? In fact, it made me who I am today, the runner and the man that struggles at constantly trying to stay fit, trying to be an example for my family, for my girls. I got 2 daughters, and needing to bring all the energy that I have and all the wanting to strive for something and to improve and have goals. And one of those goals is being physically healthy. And for probably the past 10 years, I haven't been doing that nutritionally, eating foods that I should not eat, eating late. My girls can attest, eating leftovers from their plates, and things like that. Pizza, ice cream. What else? Just so many things. Candy. Hey, Halloween candy. It's still up here, and I still look at it every day. But the reason that I talk about this stuff and do these videos is, number one, it helps me on where my mind is as far as physical training and getting better each and every day at that. My battles physically are mine alone. My girls don't see me working out. They don't see me running. All they see is me in short shorts, stinking up the car, stinking up the house, not wanting to hug me, all those kind of things. But they don't see those long runs that I do. They don't see the work that I put in to better myself physically, and a lot of the mental side, feeling good, and with all the tough things going on each and every day, the physical part, the running, the lifting, push-ups, sit-ups, all those kind of things, they really help me out mentally through the struggles of the day, whether it be at work or here at the house. Uh, Being able to run at 41 years old, having run marathons when I was 20, 19, 20, it has brought me to a point where I can, this is something that I can continue when I'm 50, 60, 70 years old, Lord willing. And it's something that I do for myself. And that's why I don't share it with my family, because I hope that me working on that, and like I said, this is something that I've kind of fallen back on for the past couple of years now with, um, like I said, eating more than I should, the calories, and me running these distances. I have come to the point of knowing that I can run so much during the week, and if I'm not eating like I should be eating, vegetables, which are not my favorite, this I'm not going to lose weight. I'm not going to feel better mentally, waking up constantly feeling tired. These are things that affect me, and this there comes a point where I have to make a decision each and every day. I just started fasting, which is basically not eating for a certain amount of time. And so far, it's been good, but it's only been like 2, 3 days. And a lot of times, especially being here at home on my days off, uh, the food in the kitchen looks really good. Um, when I open up the fridge, all I see are things that I love to eat. When open up the pantry, there's a big thing of peanut butter, which I want to eat, but I can't, because I've told myself that integrity is something that is really important. It's the what are your what are you going to do when you're by yourself and no one is watching? That's something that I've struggled with, because a lot of times I know what I should be doing and I don't do it. It just comes to just plain and simple. Um, and to be honest, that's something that I need to work on, is that integrity, that making a decision and following through on that decision, even when it's hard, even when I don't want to, whether it be running or schoolwork or being with my family. Screen time, of course, I've talked about that with screen time and always being on my phone. That's been a huge issue. And I remember when I was a kid, when cell phones didn't exist, and when the TV wasn't a there wasn't a remote. It was something you turned on a switch, and you only had like 12 channels. And basically, today, and my girls who are here, they don't know about that. They don't know about a life where there was no cell phone or electronics. And this is something that I really wish they knew, and they're not going to know that. Not to say that cell phones and screen time, YouTube, all those things are wrong, because it's given me that opportunity to become uncomfortable and to kind of take a leap, where something that I do not like to do and something that I struggle with is speaking. And that's something that I want to work on. I want to be better at speaking to groups, speaking to people at work, communicating, things like that. And I think doing these videos and taking that leap are huge. And going back to the physical side with running when I was young, and I've been running on and off for the last 20 years. I've been doing that, and just trying to stay active. Riding horses, basically anything outdoors, and push ups, sit ups. I did 75 hard last year, and that went really well. It was tough. I failed quite a few times. My girls can tell you the popcorn incident, and I'll remember that, and I know they'll remember that for many years. But this is something that I need to continue struggling at. And if you told me that I would run 52 miles when I was 40 years old, I would think you are crazy, because the marathons, I haven't done one in um, 12, 13 years. And I think my oldest was 1 year old when I did a marathon. So getting back into that, getting back into running has been big on physically, mentally, probably more mental, just doing something that is very uncomfortable, and something that, especially during the runs when I'm at mile 40, I want to, those negative thoughts of, I can't do this, my legs hurt, everything hurts. I'm so thirsty and falling behind, all these kind of things, all these thoughts come into your head where I just want to quit and call it a day, and I'll do it next year. But I also think that the the reason I do these things, I say it's for me, but I feel it's for a number of people. My family, I feel that even though they don't see me training and they don't see me running these races, and all they see are the medals that I bring home, the t-shirts and the dirty shoes and the smell and the stench of my car, is it's pretty bad. I got this car spray, and that's not working. That maybe will last a day, and it goes out. But the the things I'm trying to do to better myself is something I want to do. One step at a time. If I improve one thing during the day, I feel that's a win. And I could make many bad decisions. I could eat a piece of popcorn, and that is a failure, but it doesn't mean I quit something just because I make a bad decision or give in or something like that. It uh, it makes me want to push even more, start over. It's a new day the next day, and that's what I did during 75 hard. Was there were many times where I would mess up. I didn't drink the water that I should, and there's no excuse, and I have to start over at day one. And that was a something I hated, because I wanted to get it over with, and I'd have to start over. And one thing that was big was my family knew I was doing it, and um, my two daughters, would always test me, and always present stuff. They'd want that Cane's, they want that Chick-fil-A, they want that McDonald's. They come home with a nice vanilla frappuccino, and they give me that test each and every day, which is good. I need that. Um, we got some mints and stuff in the car, and even then, in that instant, it's just a breath mint, but it's more than that. It's me saying no to something. It's hard. It's something just, why am I doing that? It's a mint. But that's something that I've made a standard is when I'm doing something like this, no one's gonna get into my head and make me give in. But back to the running. The running's been really good. I did a marathon in March. Did a 52 miler in May, and just running ever since. Just consistent, not really training for anything. But now with 2024, with doing trying to eat better and running a little bit more, I'm kind of looking at what's next and for this year, and definitely another marathon at some point in the spring. I'd like to do. I'd like to lose 20 pounds. That's something that I want to go back to, that 170, 172. And right now I'm around 195 currently, and I actually need to weigh myself every morning. And that's something I need to, uh, with proper eating, number one, and then constantly being active, running, lifting weights, things like that. I know I can attain that goal, but it's going to take some time. It's going to take a lot of hard work and saying no to a lot of things that I want to say yes to. One of those things is drinking. I love a good beer or margarita or whatnot. But is it, with these goals and with my energy the way it is, I need to cut back on that. And that's something that I've done. There's beer in the fridge as we speak. There's a couple drinks that I put in the garage just to get rid of them. But there's no benefit. There's no benefit of drinking beer, drinking other things. Makes you sleepy, makes you just all sorts of stuff. Now, I'm not going to say you can't have a beer, you can't have a margarita. One of my favorite restaurants is Joe T. Garcia's, which their margaritas are amazing. My parents, they own a bar down in the hill country, and we always would go down there and have a really good time, and a lot of drinks and stuff like that. I'm not saying you can't have a drink now and then, but I need to uh, kind of cut down on that. I feel that that is a huge thing as far as feeling good every day. And I haven't had a drink or a beer since last Friday, so I'm feeling really good. I see the positive effects of that, of just feeling better each and every day, having a little more pep in my step. And there's a lot of things right now. My wife's out of town. She's on a business function. She's a school teacher, and she's super busy right now and working and all these things. But that's a big help for her. Also, is the fact that I'm not having a beer each and every day. Um, like I said, not a something that I'm trying to judge y'all on, because that's something that I've had and partaken with for many years. And as I get older, I gotta I gotta remind myself that's gonna have a little more effect each and every year. And I want to be able to be active, like I said, till when I'm 60, 70, Lord willing. And so I got to take proper steps of taking care of myself physically, and that'll go into the mental side and being able to, play with my kids. We're in a volleyball stage right now where I am beating them every night. They try to beat me, but they don't. They can't. They never will. But the daily struggle of getting better each and every day, doing something, going outside, doing a 20, 30-minute run, um, going to the gym, uh, just doing push-ups and sit-ups. We got a pull-up bar here. Um, there's so many things that you can do, playing with your kids, uh, all these things you can do, and you don't have to show the world you're doing it. You don't have to post on Facebook or post on Instagram, "Hey, look at me, I'm working out, I'm getting fit," and trying to impress people. You can go dark and you can do it just for you. And that is something that I have been doing, and I feel at a point where I can help somebody else who is has been in the same place I have been for the longest time. Is, you can make that one decision and change everything. And it goes just one decision at a time. Excuse me. Each and every day, just that one decision, that one moment of getting a little win, like I said, with eating the right food, not picking up that pizza, um, things like that. Not having a soda, not having a beer, just having water. I'm trying to drink a gallon of water a day. That may be just a cup of water a day for y'all, like in the morning, or a half gallon. Um, Whatever it is, just getting that little win is huge. And like I said, I have a lot to work on, and not just myself, but my surroundings, and trying to focus on all these things. You're not going to get any progress. I've learned that about myself. If I look at everything and want to make it better instantly, it is not going to happen. And I can try all I want, whether it's my family, my marriage, the kids, uh, just the environment of decluttering and getting rid of stuff. Just all these things, it can be overwhelming. But if you can focus on just one thing each and every day at any given time, you will see those small wins and you struggling well, uh, each and every day, each and every moment. And that gives you that motivation and that confidence that, hey, I can do that. You're not trying to show it to everybody. You're not trying to, hey, look at me. I wash the dishes. Well, honestly, you know, no one cares if you wash the dishes. So, but it's a little win. It's a win for you. You don't have to post about it or anything like that, whether it's physical, mental. It's for you and you alone. And I think that eventually people will see you making those daily wins on the wins that you have one day will carry over to the next day, and you'll constantly just get better and better each and every day, to where people will slowly see that your family will slowly see you making those improvements. um, your stress level, your um, the quickness, and how you walk, and staying off the couch and things like that. Like I said, screen time, that's a big thing for me, that I need to focus on. And I've told my family and my girls that I spend way too much time with this phone right next to me and in my hand, and that's not being a good example to them. And my wife, she deserves better in that, is not focusing on that and looking at other people's lives on Facebook and Instagram and whatnot, or on TV. That you only got one life, and you're not gonna, before you die, and whether you are a Christian or not, whatever you believe, whatever happens, the moment that you're about to die, you're not going to think of, man, I should have looked at more Facebook posts or Instagram posts, or you know wish I could have watched that movie, you're not going to be thinking about that. You're going to be thinking about your family and all the things you wish you had done, but you didn't because you, you, I wouldn't say gave up, but you kind of lost your goals and your dreams, and that's something that that is huge. That is huge, and because I see as I get older, things life is going faster and faster, and before you know it, your kids will be out of the house, be graduated, going to college, have their own families, all these things, and you're going to look up and you know what just happened and have a lot of regrets and a lot of things you wish you could have done, but there is no better thing you can do at present than making a decision to take that one step, that one the vision or dream you have. Do not lose that, because there are many people at 40, 50, 60 years old that make that change, and that has effects that they do not see on their family for many years and decades after they're gone. Um, but anyway, just wanted to make a video on this. And something else too I've been thinking of is, Lord willing, when that day comes where I go to heaven, I'm a Christian, I believe in Jesus Christ. When I do go to heaven and leave my family here, I want them to have something to remember me by and something for them to keep. So I'm journaling. Not every day. I wish I remembered. Sometimes I leave this here and or lose it, or things like that, and find it 7 days later. But just trying to journal, uh, trying to these videos. These are going to be here forever. So my girls, my wife, they can always come to these and see their dad. So that's something I've thought about too, is just leaving that legacy for my family. Um, and what better way than to better yourself and to record it and to put it out there? And maybe this will help someone out there that's at the same point. You may not be 40 years old with a family, but you may be 20 years old and having the same thoughts of, man, I'm wasting these years, and I want so much. I've had these dreams since I was a kid, and you can make, like I said, that one decision that changes your trajectory to where those dreams will become a reality. So, anyway, I got to put my girls to bed, but I hope you all have a wonderful Thursday, and we will talk to you soon. Y'all have a good night. Peace.